Welcome to your English learning adventure. Get ready to listen, learn new words, and have fun practicing English. Before you watch, make sure to subscribe. It tells YouTube you like this content, and they'll recommend it to more people like you. Let's grow together.
Close your eyes. Imagine the dark. It is nighttime. Everything is black. But then you see something. It is small. It is faint. It is a soft blue light. It glows in the dark. It looks like a fairy tale. It looks like magic. But it is not magic. It is something much more powerful. It is science. This story starts a long time ago. It takes place in a world of shadows and secrets. It is a story about a hero. But this hero does not carry a sword. She does not fight with a gun. She fights with her mind. She fights with her heart. She was a woman who was small and quiet. Many people did not see her, but she changed the history of the world forever. Her name was Marie Curie, and this is her glowing dream. The year is 1867. The place is Warsaw, Poland. It is a cold winter day. The wind blows through the streets. In a small house, a baby girl is born. Her parents name her Maria Sklodowska. Later, the world will know her as Marie. Marie grows up in a difficult time. Poland is not a free country. It is controlled by Russia. The Polish people cannot speak their language in schools. They are afraid. But inside Marie's house, there is no fear. There is only love and learning. Marie's father is a teacher of physics and math. Her mother is the head of a school. Their house is full of books. There are books on the tables, on the chairs, and on the floor. Her father tells the children, "They can take our country, they can take our money, but they cannot take our minds. Education is the most important thing." Marie is the youngest child. She is very shy. She does not speak much to strangers, but she is very, very curious. She looks at the clouds in the sky. She asks, "Why do they move?" She looks at the stones on the ground. She asks, "What is inside them?" She loves school. She loves to solve difficult math problems. When she studies, she forgets to eat. She forgets to sleep. The world of numbers is her safe place. But happiness does not last forever. Bad things happen to the family. Marie's father loses his job because of the difficult politics. They lose their money. They are very poor. Marie's mother gets very sick and dies. Marie's sister dies too. Marie is very young, but she knows sadness. She knows she must help her family. Marie makes a big decision. She stops her own studies. She goes to work. She becomes a governess. A governess is a teacher who lives in someone else's house. She travels to the countryside. It is far away from her home. She teaches rich children. The rich family is not always kind. Marie feels very lonely. She misses her father. She misses her city. But Marie has a secret plan. She makes a deal with her older sister, Branya. Marie says, "I will work. I will send you money so you can study medicine in Paris. Then, when you are a doctor, you will help me." So Marie works for years. Every month she sends her money to her sister. She keeps only a little for herself. At night, when the house is quiet, Marie does not sleep. She opens her books. She teaches herself physics. She teaches herself chemistry. It is hard. She has no teacher to help her. Sometimes she cries, but she never gives up. Finally, Marie returns to Warsaw. She is older now. She is ready to learn more. But in Poland, women cannot go to the university. It is the law. The government says science is for men, not for women. Marie does not agree. She finds a group of brave people. They call themselves the Flying University. It is a secret school. It is called flying because it moves. They never meet in the same place twice. One day they meet in a basement. The next day they meet in a kitchen. If the Russian police find them, they will go to prison. It is very dangerous, but Marie loves it. She meets other young people who love Poland and love science. They share books. They share ideas. They whisper about chemistry and history. Marie feels a fire in her heart. She knows she cannot stay in Poland forever. To become a real scientist, she must go to the center of science. She must go to Paris. In 1891, Marie is 24 years old. She buys a cheap train ticket. She travels fourth class. She brings her own food and a folding chair. The journey is long and uncomfortable, but when she arrives in Paris, she breathes deeply. The air smells like freedom. She enters the Sorbonne, the famous University of Paris. But life in Paris is a struggle. Marie has very little money. She lives in a tiny room in an attic. It is 6 floors up. There is no elevator. In the winter, it is freezing cold. The water in her wash basin turns to ice. She has to sleep under all her clothes to stay warm. Sometimes she puts a chair on top of her blanket for weight and warmth. She does not have money for good food. Sometimes she eats only radishes and buttered bread. Sometimes she faints in the library because she is so hungry. A friend asks her, "Marie, why do you live like this?" Marie smiles. She says, "Because I am learning. I am free." She works harder than anyone else. She learns French. She learns physics. She learns math. When the final exams come, Marie is nervous. But the results are posted. She is number 1. She is the best student in physics. The quiet girl from Poland shows everyone what she can do. Marie needs a place to do her experiments. A friend introduces her to a man named Pierre Curie. Pierre is a scientist. He is very smart. He is already famous for his work on magnets. But he is also lonely. He thinks no woman can understand his love for science. Then he meets Marie. They talk. They do not talk about the weather or parties. They talk about crystals. They talk about magnetic fields. Pierre is amazed. He thinks this woman is a genius. He falls in love with her mind and her spirit. He asks Marie to marry him. At first, Marie says no. She wants to go back to Poland. But Pierre says, I will go with you. I will teach French in Poland just to be with you. Marie realizes she loves him too. They get married in 1895. It is a simple wedding. No white dress, no gold ring. Marie wears a dark blue dress. She says, I want a dress I can wear in the laboratory. For their honeymoon, they do not go to a hotel. They buy 2 bicycles. They ride through the forests of France. They are poor, but they are the happiest people in the world. They have each other, and they have science. Now the real work begins. Marie is interested in strange rays that come from a mineral called uranium. She notices something odd. Some rocks have more energy than uranium. She thinks there must be something else inside this rock, something new, something nobody has ever seen. She calls it radium. But finding radium is very, very hard. It is hidden inside a black rock called pitchblende. Pierre and Marie ask the university for a laboratory. The university says no. They give them an old shed. It was once used for dissecting dead bodies. It has a dirt floor. The roof leaks. It is hot in the summer and freezing in the winter. For 4 years, they work in this shed. It is brutal work. Marie orders tons of the black rock. She cooks the rock in huge iron pots. She stands for hours stirring the boiling liquid with a heavy iron rod that is as tall as she is. Her eyes hurt from the smoke. Her back hurts. Her hands are burned by chemicals. Pierre gets tired. He says, maybe we should stop. Maybe we should wait. But Marie says, no, we are close. Then, one night in 1902, it happens. Marie and Pierre walk into the dark shed. Don't light the lamp, Marie whispers. They look at the shelves. Everywhere, in the small glass tubes, there is a light. A beautiful blue-green light. It is the light of radium. They have done it. They have discovered a new element. It is a moment of pure magic. In 1903, they win the Nobel Prize in Physics. Marie is the first woman ever to win. Life is wonderful. They have 2 beautiful daughters, Irene and Eve. They are famous. But the radiation is already hurting them. They are often tired, their fingers hurt, but they do not know the danger yet. Then the worst day comes. It is April 19, 1906. It is raining hard. Pierre is walking across a busy street. He slips on the wet stones. A heavy horse carriage is coming. The driver cannot stop. Pierre is hit by the wheel. He dies instantly. Marie's world falls apart. She has lost her husband. She has lost her partner in science. She is alone with 2 young children. The pain is terrible. She writes in her diary, "Everything is over." The university professors talk. Who will take Pierre's place? Who will teach his students? They look at Marie. They offer her the job. A month later, Marie walks into the lecture hall. It is full of people. Everyone wants to see the widow. She stands at the front. Her face is pale. She does not cry. She does not talk about her sadness. She opens her mouth and continues Pierre's last lecture. When we consider the progress of physics, she is the first female professor at the Sorbonne. She shows the world that her mind is strong, even if her heart is broken. Years pass. Marie wins a second Nobel Prize in 1911, this time in chemistry. She is the only person to win 2 prizes in 2 different sciences. But in 1914, the world goes to war. German soldiers march toward Paris. Marie does not run away. She wants to fight. She says, "I am going to help the soldiers." She sees a problem. Doctors operate on wounded soldiers, but they cannot see where the bullets are. They cannot see the broken bones. Marie knows that X-rays can see inside the body, but X-ray machines are big and heavy. They are only in big hospitals. The soldiers are dying on the battlefield. Marie has a brilliant idea. She puts X-ray machines into trucks. She invents the first radiological car. The soldiers call them Little Curies. Marie learns to drive. She learns to fix the engines. She drives to the front lines of the war. Bombs fall near her. It is dangerous, but she works day and night. She shows the doctors the X-ray images. "Look," she says, "the bullet is here." The doctor removes the bullet. The soldier lives. Marie and her little Curies save over 1 million lives during the war. The war ends. Peace returns. Marie continues her work. She builds the Radium Institute. It is a hospital and a lab. She wants to use radiation to cure cancer, but she pays a high price. The beautiful blue light that she loved, it was killing her. The radiation made her blood sick. She is often weak. She is nearly blind, but she never complains. In July 1934, Marie Curie passes away. She was 66 years old. She gave everything to science. She gave her health. She gave her life. But look at what she left behind. Because of her, we have X-rays. Because of her, we can treat cancer. Because of her, women know they can be the greatest scientists in the world. Marie Curie was a traveler. She traveled from Poland to Paris. She traveled from poverty to the Nobel Prize. She traveled into the unknown dark to find the light. And today, her light still shines.
Great job, everyone! Now it's time to learn some new words from our story. Welcome to vocabulary time. Let's look at some words, their meanings, and examples. Faint. To suddenly feel very weak and fall down because you are tired, hungry, or sick. Example: Marie is very hungry. She feels dizzy and faints in the library. Whisper. To speak very quietly so other people cannot hear you. Example: Marie whispers to her friends in the secret class. Law. A rule made by the government that people must follow. Example: the law says women cannot go to university. Governess. A woman who teaches children in their home and lives with the family. Example: Marie works as a governess and teaches rich children in the countryside. Education. The process of learning in school or university. Example: Marie believes education is the most important thing in life. Fairy tale. A story that feels magical and beautiful, like a dream, not real life. Example: the blue light in the dark lab looks like a fairy tale. Welcome to the questions part. Don't worry, just do your best and have fun. Where was Marie Curie born? She was born in Warsaw, Poland. Why was Marie's childhood difficult? Because Poland was not free and her family lost money. What job did Marie do in the countryside? She worked as a governess. What was the Flying University? It was a secret school for learning science. Why did Marie sometimes faint in Paris? Because she did not have enough food. Why did Pierre love Marie? Because she was very intelligent and loved science.
My dear friend, our English lesson is over today. Active listening will make you progress. Don't forget to practice. You need to practice to become strong. Want to master Learn English? You're missing out if you're not subscribed. I upload new tips and tricks every day that will take your skills to the next level. Subscribe now and never fall behind. Good luck. Goodbye.